what's up? This is Fred Lynch of the Myx Dallas here in our church campus located in Oak Cliff, which is in South Dallas, a unique area of the city that we like to call home. To understand Dallas is to understand contrast. It's a city known for its big businesses. DFW has more Fortune 1000 companies per capita than any other state in the South, but within a mile of many of our high-rise buildings, you have the Bottom. It's the name of the area 3 miles from our church, where houses are dilapidated, still inhabited, but falling apart. It's a city of cultural contrasts. We have established old historical monuments right next to the newest, latest technologies. We're home to over 400 ethnic communities, but we often play the same order of the old race games and business as usual politics. It's a city of family contrasts, large extended families, but at the same time a city where fathers are absent for the most part. It's a city of religious contrast, the buckle of the Bible belt. Everybody's in church. Yet it seems to be a city in which the message and the person of Jesus in everyday life has had little impact. The city of Dallas can be summed up by men who have just left their post, single mothers, cycles of poverty, gangs everywhere, rapid drug use. For example, 58% of all Hispanic babies born in South Dallas don't have a dad in their lives. If you look at African American culture, that statistic goes all the way up to 78%. That's 8 in 10 black babies born without dads. In many ways, this campus represents in a microcosm what we'd like to see happen in Oak Cliff. This was actually an abandoned church. The pastor, who lived about 40 miles away on the far north side of Dallas, had suffered a heart attack, and because of his health condition, very little connection in this community, he just felt that his time here was done, so he left. And it reminds me a lot of where a lot of churches that at one point Oak Cliff had more churches per capita than any other place in the United States, and now churches are leaving by the droves because it's people with less funds out here or less opportunity. When the keepers of the property came to me and offered the building, I was at first reluctant. I thought, well, this is a predominantly Hispanic area. I'm African American. Maybe I'd feel more comfortable closer to the east side of Dallas with more black folks. And then the vision of the Myx just rose up in my heart. And I thought, no, wait a minute, this is perfect to come back and reclaim the abandoned, broken places and connect with this neighborhood from a missional position. That's what we do. It's that constant reminder of what it means to be missional. When everyone else is busy leaving this part of the city, there are some people who are purposely coming in and among, and it's being in and among that we've seen some of our greatest miracles. As we moved in, this place was trashed out. I mean, we had condoms all over the parking lot. There was drug paraphernalia. There was graffiti written all over the buildings, and just all around the church. And then inside the church, there was trash in some of the rooms up to our waist. And so what we did is we just got our people in here, which was a few, and began cleaning up. One of our men came up with a great idea that we use our Sunday mornings to clean, make repairs in the church, but at the same time do the same thing to the community. And through that, our pray and do services were born. Now this same area is like an outpost where families, they can come to a worship service, but at the same time, they can go out and worship God through serving the city. Last spring, we had about 20 teens come down to Dallas and spend the night here at the church and work through the city doing service projects. We did everything from we repaired fences to building ramps to painting houses. It was a blast, and the neighbors were so surprised because to have folks come in and serve, it was something like they'd never seen before, and it sparked them to come out of their comfort zone, come out from behind their doors and come out and help and lend a helping hand. And this is the process of turning this hood back into a neighborhood. In fact, you could call it the neighbor's hood. Another project we began in the neighborhood was the Neighborhood Watch. As we moved in, we began a partnership with the local police. We noticed that there were pockets of criminal activity that wasn't being challenged, I guess you could say, and it's just left there to fester. While talking to the police about certain drug dealers who were right close to our church, the idea of the neighborhood watch was brought up, and the police were very interested and seemed like it was the perfect timing. So we began meeting at the local rec center. We helped the police by passing out flyers and getting neighbors informed and involved. Now we meet on a monthly basis, and we're seeing crime decrease in our neighborhood. And that's the funny thing. It isn't the super big things that we do that catch the attention of the people around here. It's really the small, consistent things. It's making a promise and keeping it. It's going out of our way to make the place look good and bring value back to the area. It's being there to pray for an addict's child, or to spend some time and have lunch with an ex-offender who's trying to get it together, along with being here each week for a Sunday morning worship service. Our goal is to build an experience of worship for a community of faith for all people.